Hello, happy people. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to our weekly witchy hangout. I hope you had a good week. Today, we are doing a lovely, juicy reading on what do they like about you. I'm already kind of picking up on some, maybe some of you are asking about friends or family. My intention is for this to be more love, romance geared, but I might distinguish here between the two, but of course you know who it is that you're asking about. So as usual, we've got 3 piles, but this week we did have an anchor card, and I know a lot of you are interested in seeing the anchor card whenever it comes up. So this is not one of the piles, but this is the anchor card for all the piles and the whole reading. And we have the Lover. So that's the anchor card. This isn't a choice, but it's I feel like you get me. Okay, so going into the choices, we have pile 1, which is the Stone. Pile 1. We've got pile 2, which is the Offering. It's pile 2. And then we've got pile 3, Eros. So I'll hold all of them up together. Pile number 1 is on this side, pile 2, and pile 3. So do what you do. Allow your energy to fall. Take that deep breath. Soften the gaze. And allow your intuition to draw you into one or multiple of these piles, keeping in mind that the way that your intuition guides you into a pile can sometimes tell you a lot about your situation, maybe the sequence of things, or if you're drawn to 2 piles, but really the one you weren't drawn to was the pile that was yours all along. That can tell you something about yourself, maybe what's conscious for you and what's not conscious for you. Of course, take this however it's resonating here for your situation. Thank you so much, you guys, for the super chats already before that we've even started. Brody, thank you so much. And Heather, thank you so much for the super chats. So all right, let's go ahead and get into this. First of all, I have this ring on and I just feel so like that with it. So I just want you to know that that's how I'm feeling. Okay, let's get into pile number 1, the Stone. Okay, what is pile number 1? What they like about you? You hold me tight. Some of you might have a good grip. Take that however resonates, but we're off to a crazy start. Okay. What does pile number 1 like about you? Okay. I feel like this person can't read you. I think they like your strength. In some way, you fit this person's I'm thinking idea, but I'm also hearing ideal of strength somehow. Now, that could come across in different ways. Some of you are actually physically strong, or I think it's just the way that you carry yourself. There's a regality, there's a nobility, there is a strength, and also a self-assuredness about the way that you move through life, even if you don't feel that way yourself on the inside. This person thinks you look like you have it all together. And I also heard smooth. So I think this is a confidence. So maybe you're very smooth. There could be something very smooth about your skin if this person's ever touched you or anything like that, or you just look smooth or suave, you just look like nothing phases you, nothing shakes you. You have all of your stuff together. You're very strong. You're very reliable. I'm literally hearing from the Bible, upon this rock, I shall build my church. This person feels like they can build with you, that they can have everything with you. And I also think it's really exciting for this person that they can't read you. Not even a little bit, not even at all. But at the same time, they know that you are not boring. It's a way that you kind of always keep this person guessing. And I feel whenever you do say something or you express yourself, I'm hearing look at this golden orb there. I'm hearing golden nugget, or you say something that alchemizes or transforms things, or it's special, or it's unique, or it's valuable, or something like that. You really know what you're doing according to this person. I know all of us feel like imposters, but according to this person, you really do know what you are doing. And this person, again, there is a beauty and there is a grace that does kind of come along with you. But it's I'm hearing, there's that quote that says the highest of elegance is simplicity, or simplicity is the highest form of elegance or beauty or something like that. But there's a simple elegance and a simple grace. Also, you have a drive within you and you're always getting better. Like you age like a fine wine is what I'm getting, or like you just keep getting better and better. So I don't know if this person has observed you over time. Like even if you're in some kind of like job situation with this person, it's like when you started to when you ended or something, but this person just feels like you get better and better and better, and that you're really driven. Like you're really driven to do well for yourself, to be very polished. And like I keep coming back to this surprising thing. Like even though you're coming off like this stone, and again, like this person struggles, they never know what you're thinking. And like you always surprise them when you tell them what you're thinking, and it's never what they thought that you were thinking. But also this person never really knows what you're feeling, but it's not that you don't have feelings or that you're just like, you know, completely dead on the inside. You have like, yeah, I'm hearing like the most beautiful, the most glorious feelings. You just don't like share them. I think that's another thing that this person likes about you. They kind of idealize you a little bit, pile one. I think they idealize you as a romantic partner because they understand that you have very strong boundaries. So I think this person understands that they can kind of go the distance. They think that, yeah, like you are like maybe the perfect lover, honestly, because like you're interesting, you're unique, you're loving, you're all the things, but you're also maybe very committed. This person, I think, sees you as somebody that they can commit to, and that would be committed to them, and doesn't, like, you're not out there kind of like flirting all over the place with, you know, everybody or anything like that. Like, yeah, they're just intrigued by you. And I'm kind of getting like a stone, like if you ever, I've never done this, but I've seen it on YouTube, where like somebody will crack open a geode, because on the outside, it just looks like, you know, like a rock. But then like you crack it open and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so magical and sparkly, and like what divine bird like laid this egg? Like, you know, it's so different than like all of the other rocks. You're very different actually. And there's always more to like kind of get to know about you. But yeah, and also just you're very strong, and there's something about you that's very soothing. And I'm thinking about all like a worry stone that you keep in your pocket, and like a hot stone massage, and there's something about you that just like really does comfort this person. I also think that this person is attracted to the fact that they feel like they could give you the good life too in some way. Like this person wants to make your life easier. They like that because maybe there's something, maybe it's like you've gone without luxury, or you've gone without like, yeah, like maybe it's not stark though. Like it's austere. Maybe that's it. It's not like that you're poor or that, you know, anything like that. It's just you're very responsible. So this person maybe wants to like add that spark to your life, or bring that zhuzh, or like they feel like they can like give you things, maybe, or yeah, like they want to add. They think that you guys like mix well together. Do you know what I mean? Like that, yeah, and that. Maybe they even think that maybe they're attracted to the fact that you appreciate them and like the things that they bring to the table too. I think this person also likes the way that they feel around you. I think you're the kind of person where it's like because you show up, that everybody kind of feels a little more confident in themselves, but also in the enterprise of which they're a part of with you. Like, okay, this could like really take off. This person feels like they learn and they grow so much from just even being around you. And I think this person actually struggles to articulate the way that they're feeling about you, because they never know what you're thinking, and they never know what you're feeling, and they don't want to seem stupid. So another thing is like, I think this person thinks that you're really elevated, and that like you're the tippy top of this pyramid. This person might also think that some people don't understand you, because they don't understand you, but they don't view that as a threat or anything. They are actually like, no, it's actually really cool. Like this person stands above. Like that's kind of, again, they kind of put you up. Like that's like what I'm getting. But yeah, this person might think that a lot of people don't understand you or don't understand your vision. I think you're a really good person to like teamwork with. I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles, which to me, that's Mars and Capricorn energy, which is an exalted energy. So this person thinks that you have some kind of skill. And there's something here about your body. This person really does like your body. And I'm getting the sense that maybe you don't like your body as much as this person does. Or like you... Yeah, I think that you're really humble. This person thinks you come off very humble. I just don't think that you think about it. Like, I don't think you're trying to come off humble. That's exactly, they're saying, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, it's not an act, it's not a performance. Like, you really are genuinely humble, but this person thinks you got it going on. But I think, yeah, like you probably have a very pragmatic view that just, you understand things. That's what I'm getting. Like, you understand things, and it ends up creating something really beautiful. But they think that, especially when it comes to your body, they think that maybe you don't think of your body as beautiful, but that your body is healthy and it functions, but that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Something like that. Okay. But again, that Mars and Capricorn energy, maybe this person thinks that you've came from the bottom and like you're working your way up, or this person definitely thinks that you have all of the things required to do that, like the skills, the drive, the know-how. But this is like very much like on you. They think that you're driven here in some way. And they even think like you're very sexual here as well. Yeah. And that you're building something. And maybe you are building something. But again, I think this person thinks you keep that to yourself. They think that you have this internal vision for yourself and your life and maybe your skill set, or like you're the type of person I really think that has a life plan, but actually is motivated towards doing things actually towards that life plan. Like you get off your butt. That's what I'm getting. It's like you're not just a dreamer. Some people say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And this person might be more of a dreamer. This person that you're asking about. Yeah, like they're romantic. This person is a romantic. They want to romance you, is what I'm getting. I'm hearing like music, the wine, the violins, because this person thinks that you deserve the best. And I also think that you're just really appreciative. And I think it actually kind of bothers this person a little bit that you don't expect these things. Because to this person, they're like, you just should expect like creme de la creme kind of treatment because they just see you that way. But they know that you're the kind of person who is okay with like, just be neutral to me, is what I'm hearing. Like, just be neutral to me. Just don't be a jerk. Don't praise me, don't blow smoke up my behind, but just exist in my space. This person likes that. It's a calmness. You have a soothing energy. But again, I don't think that it's the kind of soothing energy that, every single surface of your house is wiped down in an essential oil. It could be, or it could not be. If it is, it's a part of your routine. It's not like, and you probably don't ever speak about it, but then people maybe come to your house or something and then they experience that about you. I don't know, but yeah. Or like there's a pragmatic reason that you do that or something, you're like, tea tree kills germs. And they're like, yeah, but it also smells great in here. Or something here like that. Yeah. But this person really respects you. Like that's what this comes down. This is an attraction and an appreciation that is based upon a mad amount of respect, like genuinely. And this person thinks that not a lot of people are, let into your inner sanctum, and also maybe that there's some kind of like sectioned off parts of your life, maybe even of your house. Maybe there's places in your house that people can't go, or like, and they're like, what's in there, not even for bad reasons. This is a person who wants to be let into the inner sanctum because they would just feel so honored because again, this person thinks very, very highly of you. They really, really do. And I think that this is a person, I'm kind of getting that ugly duckling story here. Like this is a person who has like kind of come into themselves in their own way as well. And they just like really appreciate that. And I think this person, because you might look at this person as like, they're really attractive. They're really interesting. Look at the pop of color on this card, right? Like, and it's the swan, beauty, grace, like, and maybe you want this person to talk to you. Maybe you know that this person has interesting things to say too. I feel like you guys really want to talk to each other. But like, and you're like, why won't you or something? But this person, it's kind of like the ugly duckling story. And I think this person would feel really bad if you found them inadequate in some way. And that could take like a bunch of different forms because they really like you. Like this person really, really likes you. They really like you. And they want to get to your innards. They want to get to your innards. Remember when I kept saying that this person wants to touch your bones? Like, remember that? That was like years ago. And I was like, I don't understand the bone thing. But then there was that song, The Bones. The house don't fall when the bones are good. Oh, okay. Yeah. The house don't fall when the bones are good. And this person thinks you've got good bones. Maybe your teeth are the most obvious bones I can think of that everybody sees. So maybe this person likes your teeth or your smile or, again, posture. Like maybe you hold yourself really well. I feel like I could kind of go on and on about like how much this person likes you, but this person doesn't want to gush over you because they also don't think that you would like that. And they don't want to come off like they're blowing smoke because they know that you don't like that. And also maybe this person thinks that your time is precious too. Yeah, they think that your time is precious, but they also think that like once you guys like kind of get to know each other and that intimacy barrier is like broken, that you could really have like everything. And it's that sparkly geode kind of an energy. And I am seeing an amethyst in my mind. So it's elevated, right? And it's the crown, it's spiritual. It's that crown chakra. It's and enlightening and uplifting and regal. There's something regal about like purple to me. And also like bohemian, casual, like I think the way this person is on the outside, because this person that you're asking about might come off this way on the outside, or again, they think you do. Take this however it resonates, but there's some kind of mutuality here between this boho, which I'm to me, in my mind, it's like nice and it's elevated, but it's also casual. And I think you both have that quality, but one person is more internal about it and the other person's more external about it. Do you know what I mean? So it almost like fits perfectly like together, where it's like, oh, actually this kind of energy, this kind of space, this kind of decorating or whatever is what I feel most comfortable in, and it's what you have going on, or vice versa. Or there's some kind of connectedness of the elevation and also like the spiritualness, and also not taking yourself too seriously. I feel like this person doesn't think that you take yourself too seriously, but you're heavyweight in the sense that your energy is like a very heavyweight energy, but you're also very approachable, and you're never cruel. Yeah, this person thinks like you could be more of a jerk than you actually are. I just mop my floors with tea tree and eucalyptus. Hilarious. ADHD, my superpower. Oh, yay. Okay, let's just see. What else does this person like about you? That you're not... Okay, I think this person has been around a lot of shady people, and they like that you're not shady. Like, you kind of wear this mask, but it's not to be shady. So this person likes that they can trust in you. They also think that you're very upfront, and this person thinks that it would be beneath you, and it would also... You are a person who, in terms of lying and scheming and trying to have multiple boyfriends or multiple girlfriends or all of that, you would find that a waste of time because you have other things that you're focused on doing. And yeah, anything... I'm kind of going back to, I took a class in college, and it was a psychology class, but they were talking about gangs, and they were talking about how a lot of people in gangs, and especially the higher ups in like those gangs, what they are is basically entrepreneurs that didn't have opportunities to apply those skills in a way that society like finds acceptable. But when you really look at it, these people are running like very successful businesses essentially. I'm not like condoning any of that like behavior or anything like that, but I think that maybe this person has been around people who have like used a lot of their mental power and stuff to like run game on people, and they like that you don't, and you actually funnel your mental like prowess, I'm literally hearing prowess, into building and into maybe like community, family, the things that matter. This person thinks that, yeah, like that you have a good head on your shoulders, and that you don't waste your time. You don't waste your energy. It's beneath you in the sense that who has that much time on their hands? And any of your disposable time and your disposable income, why would you want to just like waste it and be frivolous? So you have a good head on your shoulders as to where, that goes back to that, like of where it is that you want to go. And I think you're very protective of the people that you love, and you might not even think of yourself as that, but just the way that you carry yourself is, protective. It gives people a sense of security, and it also, I think you carry yourself in a way that is, again, it's not mean and it's not cruel, but it is very much like, don't come in here and mess with me. You know what I'm saying? All right. Living in the moment. Yeah. I think that you're living in the moment. Love message. Yeah. This person, and look at the posturing here between these two people. It's like very close and like inward like that, and they're both looking at the phone. They think that you can share their life with you, and that you will be like very calm, because like what could they be looking at on this phone, right? They could be looking at some kind of like entertaining video, and they're both like able to enjoy that together. This could also be some kind of like bad news message that they're getting in, but it's like calm and together like that's what this... Yeah, look, shocking news. So like you're the person that this person would want next to them when they're receiving bad news, because they think that you will be level-headed. This is so attractive for like a long-term partnership, to be honest. I think this person just sees you as being able to sustain. You're the sustainer. Whether this is in business, I think in all like 3 points of life, you know, in business, in a love partnership, with family, with your goals, with your dream, like multiple facets of life. Like they just see you as a sustainer, and somebody that they would want by their side whenever, because you can keep calm and you can keep a level head and you can ask the right questions. Okay, where do we go from here? You know, like, I'm going to be here from you. Yeah, because I just think that this person's been around shady people. Yeah. And we also have this side hustle energy. So I just don't think that... I think that you're building a life. Some of you, it's like you created a life from a side hustle. You've turned that into like a business. Or like you've started small. Or like, again, humble beginnings is what I'm getting. But I think that this person maybe is just... Oh my gosh, police station... They've been around a lot of dramatic, crazy, chaotic people. That's what I'm getting. And it's not even just in partnerships, although when you're around that kind of thing, like in your nervous system, when your nervous system gets like kind of fucked with and like programmed in that way, then it's what's familiar to you, even though and what's familiar is comforting, even though there's a paradox about whatever this person's gone through actually not at its core being comforting. That what's familiar is comforting. So I think they've gravitated towards that in relationships and in other parts of their life. Yeah, maybe this is a person that's very much like living in the moment, maybe kind of a thing, but they like living in the moment with you. And I think you've uncovered for this person where they feel lacking in their own life and like why they feel that way. And they feel, if you've ever given this person advice, they find it invaluable, but watching you and getting to know you and trying to uncover you and figure out what's inside of you, all of this stuff has just been immensely helpful here to this person. You can't put a price on it, is what I'm getting. You really cannot put a price on it. Like, this person has so much love for you. I don't think this person's expressed that because they don't know how, and they also don't know if you would like that. Like, they don't want to, I'm hearing, why do you fill me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down? This person might be afraid that they're going to let you down and mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you. So maybe this person, yeah, they could be afraid that they just don't want to butter you up, or they don't want you to think that they're buttering you up. I'm hearing, I'm not like the other guys, or I'm not like the other girls. Like, they don't want you to think that, because I think this person maybe thinks a lot of people have come after you, and maybe that you're walled off because a lot of other people have tried to mess with you. Oh, maybe you've been around shady people. You might have this in common, and it did one thing to this person. And I think it's, okay, I don't mean this in like a shady way, okay? But I think for you, it made you more grounded, and it made you more pragmatic, more matter of fact, more gritty, more roll up your sleeves, more we face this head on. And then I think with this person, it made them more of a bit of a fantasist, a bit of a dreamer, somebody who is maybe more akin to certain escapist tendencies. Maybe is it even just a free spirit kind of blowing in the wind where they don't attach to anything. You both kind of have your ways of not attaching to anything or feeling like you can't rely on people, but you are like, I'm going to rely on myself, and I'm going to build it stronger and better than anybody, and nobody's going to be able to mess with me and mine. And this person is like, I am just not going to attach to anything. I'm just not going to put my trust in anything. I'm not going to land. Like, that's like really what I'm getting. But then all of a sudden this person meets you and they're like, I could land there. I'm not going to say it looks like a soft place to land, but it's like in there. Like, I could live in the geode, and then the rock could be around me. Like, you know, they want that tender, soft spot, because this person kind of knows that you have it. They get it. You guys get each other on some kind of level, because I think you've been through very similar things. But again, your psyche's way of, I'm literally hearing like dealing with it, or like fragmenting around it. It was very, very different. But you see what you kind of need or what you like in the other person. I think there's like a mutual attraction here, but there could be some kind of miscommunications, or like, I don't know, not being able to read this other person. You might think this person's more chatty and like maybe more romantic, and that they're going to approach you, but then this person thinks that you're like stronger. And also, it's weird because you're not delicate at all, but this person doesn't want to like offend you or degrade your energy in any way, because this person just like really, really admires and respects you. So let's get some. Okay, I just heard, let's talk about baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. So you might need to have a conversation about that. Maybe you did. Maybe there needs to be a conversation about that. Or like maybe that's just the tension, the chemistry, the romance here. Or maybe you did the thing and then it got weird. But it's not because this person doesn't respect you. It's because, I don't know why. I just feel like you guys need to talk about that, if that is something that has gone on here, or if it's something that you want to happen here. Okay, sorry, I wish things could be different. I'm afraid to contact you. I knew it. This person is a bit intimidated. They love it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's safer for this person to watch like from a distance. I can't stop thinking about you. This person, oh my gosh, I wish I could take back my words. Okay, this person that may have foot and mouth syndrome, okay, where they have said things that they cannot take back. And that doesn't, I don't mean to you. It could be like to other people, or it's like they know what they want to express is like very beautiful, but they know that they would rather show you. Okay. How do I explain what I'm getting? I think for some of these people, they would rather show you let's talk about baby, right? Like they would rather kiss you. They would rather touch you. They would rather show you that way. Like even I'm picturing somebody just like, I'm picturing honestly like a vacation and rubbing your feet and like, bringing you a drink over. This is like a doer maybe, and they do in the context of like romance. But I also think this person might be a little flittery flower, and they might kind of like, I don't know, flit around. And so this person doesn't want to be in a situation where they feel like they messed it up, like whatever it is that they need to say again, because they're so attracted to you. They think so highly, and they want to be together with you again. So if something went weird here, or there was a miscommunication, because I do think that's a high possibility, just because you're so similar, but you're so different. And I just think it's this initial like getting together that can be like kind of weird, because it's like, I don't know, what is this disrespectful to you if I put my tongue in your mouth, like, or I don't know. It's kind of like that. But this person wants to be together with you. Either again, finding out the truth crushed me. I lost myself for a little while. This person could have, because this is a lover energy, Casanova type, like, I don't know, finding out the truth crushed me. So somebody could, I hate who I really am from you. I do feel that. I feel it in a way coming from both of these people, just because this little dance that you were doing. Everybody's trying to figure out. It's like two people, almost picture two people who come from different cultures and they don't speak the same language, and they don't necessarily have the same idiosyncrasies and stuff, and they just don't want to, they love you and they want to communicate that. I'm hearing that song from Usher. It's like a foreign beauty, so exotic. When she smiled at me, she took my breath away. She's reminiscent of a goddess. Yeah. But then, there's like a lot of songs of not speaking the same language, but being attracted to each other. There's another song, Jessie, somebody. It's kind of almost like that, but the language that you don't speak is, it's superficial, the language that you don't speak. It's just, but once you can cross each other's barriers, then I think that you're going to be fine. You came closer than anyone. I love you. Yeah. So somebody here's like a little flittery. I think they just don't want to. Yeah. I think you have the same wound of people are not to be trusted. I just think that you've gone about this in very different ways, if that makes sense. But you're both very attracted to each other, because I think you almost see in the other person what you wish you could kind of have more of. Like, I think you might wish that you could let your guard down a little bit more and be a little freer and a little bit more bohemian and maybe more romantic, or like let people into your life, but just not get attached to them. But I think that you actually do have a very sensitive heart. And if somebody just like loves you and leaves you, you're going to be hurt by that. Whereas like this person feels like they're using other people. This is like harsh, and I'm not entirely encapsulating it, but they feel like they're using other people, not the other way around. They feel in control when they're like in romantic love situations, when they leave, when they want to leave, or when they, and again, I'm not advocating for this, but there's something here going back and forth like that. And again, flip the roles if you need to, but it's time for me to heal now. So many things remind me of you. Just being near you is intoxicating. Yeah. I think this relationship is a big call to healing. I think there's a lot of healing that could potentially happen between the two of you. Or it's going to unearth what both of you see in the other person, what you want, what you wish that you could have, or, in some way. So, okay, let me just get some more message cards, and then we're going to move on to pile number 2. Oh, I've liked you for a really long time. I don't feel ready. It feels like I don't feel ready to speak. There's also just a sense, it's like the genie can't go back into the bottle. And there is a lot of fantasy here. And it's like, what if it falls flat to my fantasy? There's like a clinging to that. Somebody here might actually use that as a coping mechanism. I'm thinking of forever. If I can't have you, nobody else can. I think you're very talented. I effed up. Why did you leave? I just heard, why did I leave? So for some, I think this person is like baffled by their own behavior. And I do think it's very runner kind of behavior. Why did I run from this when I see in this person everything? I think this is like a very healing question for this person to be asking. Like, why did I run from this when I see in this person everything that I actually do want? Why does that scare me so much? And it's a fear of failure. It's a fear of, I think, again, because it's like when you have this level of attraction to somebody and it doesn't work out, then you might have to go down the path of thinking of like, well, what if it's me? What if I'm somehow inadequate? You have to kind of like confront that like within yourself, because I feel like this person almost thinks about with you, if I can't make it work with this person, then there must be something fundamentally wrong with me. Like they think that highly of you. And obviously I feel like that needs to come down a little bit. Like this person kind of needs to look at you as a person. And I think you don't want to get into a relationship with a person who puts you on a pedestal, because you know that you're human and that you're going to get the stomach flu and that you don't always make the right decisions. And sometimes you need comforted and you don't always want to be the strong one potentially. Like there's, so you don't want that person to think less of you when you reveal that part of yourself, so there's fears here. There's fears here because it's almost like that ideal. It's the ideal syndrome of like, oh, I think that you're my ideal, but then I think there's a lot to kind of confront and unpack in that situation. And that's the hesitation, but I don't think this person necessarily understands that. I think this is like prompting this person to think very deeply. They do feel like they messed up though, and it could have to do with not explaining something or not explaining something well in a way that would have transmuted it. I feel like this person was mum in a time when they needed to be expressing a deeper truth. This person always might come off too, because I'm noticing like the orangey kind of colors. So they might always kind of come off like bright and happy and like whatever, but they had something deep that they needed to express. And they didn't. I feel like this person doesn't think that they did, but they think that you are very talented. We've said that 1,000 times in this reading. Okay, and then I just asked, okay, because if I can't have you, nobody else can. I never like when that card comes out. It just gives me the creeps a bit. But I'm not getting a bad vibe off of this person, and I just clarified it, and it says, I'm depressed, and then it says, I'm confused, but you are the reason I keep going. I love your body. There is a lot of like physical attraction here, but you're the reason I keep going. I do think that this person wants to be like you, and again, they think that you're a person who always keeps going. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Like this person kind of wants to be like you. You're really motivating this person, and it's really helping this person in some way. This is very internal, but it's not unproductive, is what I want to say. Like, even if things are not being expressed, there's a lot of very spiritual, there's alchemy. There's some kind of spiritual alchemy that's going on here for this person. That just being in your proximity and in your presence and presented with you, like your kind of energy, because you're very unique to this person. Very unique. It's something's going on inside of this person, and this to me is what I would classify as a very spiritual connection, because they're having to chew on things. They're having to think about themselves and their behavior. Why am I so scared to approach this person? What's the worst that could happen if I tried to express this? Oh, well, then this person might not talk to me, or they might think bad about me. And this is a person who really, really doesn't want to lose you. They really see long term with you. They maybe want to transform themselves. Like in this relationship, they really do want that. So yeah, that's pile number 1. It was a good reading, but it's a lot. It's very intimidating. Like this person's feelings for you are a lot. This person likes you in a big way. I want to see you so bad just came out too. They want to see you. I feel there's too much competition. I feel you're unpredictable. You've changed me. I don't know if that was coming from you or from them. Yeah, you might actually think that there's a lot of competition around this person in terms of love and romance, and that the things that this person sees in you that they actually like, that you hold a strong boundary, that you're not giving people false hope. You're not entertaining more than one love opportunity at a time. The things that this person likes about you, you don't see the same thing in this person. I'm hearing, what's your rejection rate? How many of these people are you turning away? Like you can, like I think that you think that this person kind of drums up, like really feeds in, and that's not what you want to see. So you don't feel safe, I think, with this person. You think there's too much competition here, and maybe, again, you'd rather turtle into your shell and continue working on your projects or like whatever it is that you're building, because you need this person to be more like you, is what I'm getting, before you feel comfortable. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, that was pile number 1. Chew, my friend, chew. Yeah, and Ash just said, true, he never talked to me. And I feel like that would be confusing, because this person, I think, talks to other people or flirts with other people, or and it would be confusing to you, but it is because they put you on a pedestal and they respect you. And for some of you, I'm hearing they would never, ever treat you the way that they treat some of these other people. They understand that their demands kind of like a heavyweight energy, and they want it, but they're intimidated by it. And I grew up at a lake. We had a double-decker dock, and I wasn't allowed to jump off the top, of it for a while. But when I finally was allowed to, I remember just getting up there, and then I was looking forward to it forever. And then when I got up there and I realized how high it was, and so I would just kind of slowly creep towards the edge, and then I would lay down flat on my stomach to see just exactly how high it was. And then finally, like after probably like months of me doing this, my big sister just pushed me off, you know? And I was so mad. But then as soon as I hit the water, I was so happy because it was so fun. And I had been trying to do that forever. And I feel like this person is just like, go. Like they just need like a big sister or for them, you know, spiritually to just be like, whoops, you know, you're in a relationship and happy. You're welcome, you know? Yeah. Okay. So that was file number 1. I'm turtling. Oh my gosh, Nikki, I'm definitely turtle enough for the turtle club. Am I turtly enough for your turtle club? Turtle, turtle. I don't even know what movie that's from, but that was on the commercial for that movie. And I think about that so often. So often. The power of advertising. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey, sweet hun. Yeah. When you get a second, I forgot to bring my water over here. You got it. Okay. Okay. Let me do life. So I'm going to assume I'm pile number 2. I love that. Master of disguise. Okay, so now let us get into pile number 2. Okay. This person might like the way that you smell. Okay, pile number 2. What they like about you? Okay. This is the one where when I tapped into this energy, like originally, if you're asking about a friend, like what a friend likes about you, I feel like it might be different than I'm going to focus more on like the romance. But I'll just say if it's a friend or like some kind of platonic connection that you're asking about what they like about you, I think this person really likes you a lot, feels very protective over you, feels like you settle for less than you deserve, and they would like to see you win. They might think that you're too giving in your relationships, and that they wish that you would speak up for yourself. Or for some of you, this person wants to speak up for you and be like, she can't come to the phone right now. I'm picturing Snooki in Jersey Shore when she picked up that duck phone. Somebody was asking for Angelina. This is when everybody didn't like Angelina. And he was like, hi, can I speak to Angelina? And she was like, no, she died. And then like hung up the phone. Like some of you have friends like that. It's like, she's died. She can't come to the phone right now. As far as you're concerned, sir or madam. So for some of you, like, I just want to say like for platonic connections, like that's really like what I'm getting. And I think that for romantic connections, this person likes this too. This person really likes your giving nature. Because I think this is a group where you always kind of take care of other people at the expense of yourself. You're very vulnerable. Like this just looks so vulnerable to me. Having like this part of your arm just like, I don't know, exposed. Ugh. Like I'm kind of getting a feeling about it. Yeah, I'm going to pull some more cards on this because I'm getting a feeling, but I just want to make sure that I'm sure about it before I say it. Let's see. What do we want here? Thank you. I smell like fruits and berries. I love it. Okay. Oh, thinking of you. Okay. This person's thinking of you here at this current moment. I feel like, okay, this person is really thinking of you. They're thinking about how they messed up. Maybe that they squandered your generosity. They kind of think about a time when you were reaching out, like maybe in vulnerability or something, and that they should have done something. They maybe thought it was a red flag when you were like reaching out. Or yeah, maybe they thought this person could have been deceived when it comes to you. They could have thought that you were like cheating or something. This person has like, they're thinking about, I feel like this person has been putting something off, coming to terms with something here. And hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. So I think you're in no communication with this person and that they are feeling guilty because they were childish in the past. They were childish. And this person was in a dark place here in the past. This person has a lot of regrets over you. So it's hard for this person to think about what they like about you because they have to confront the darkness of how they acted in this situation. And I think this person feels like they met your vulnerability with some kind of childish behavior, that they were deceiving themselves about what something that was truly like innocent about you or about what you were doing. They got argumentative, they got immature, or they were playing the victim here. And then they went about distracting themselves because they were trying to avoid thinking about this and thinking about you and maybe making some kind of peace offering here. But this person actually does like really love you. And this person does see you as like this lover. I'm hearing I'm a lover, not a fighter. Maybe this person got the impression that you were a fighter. Okay, I feel like this person was very insecure. And there could have been somebody in this person's ear telling them all the wrong things. And for some of you, it's like within their own mind. They have like a part of them that is always thinking the worst, is always kind of preparing for disaster or something. And that voice had no purpose. Like had nothing, no reason to think that you were a certain way. They just maybe always think that people are lying to them. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. This person was a mess. Okay. I'm kind of getting that something happened in the past that this person, okay. So they think, okay, let me just talk about this person here for a second because I think it matters. We have need a job, unemployed, broke, fired, living beyond their means. And then we also have stubborn, bossy, selfish, inflexible, and then push, pull, power struggles, imbalance, stubborn. So, there's always you can flip these, like for some of you, if you feel like that resonates, but for most of you, I feel like this person was actually in a negative place. They could have been struggling with money, and it created some kind of power struggle between the two of you because this person didn't feel secure enough, especially in their masculinity. But for some of you, this will be a woman, but I think for most of you, it's like they didn't feel strong enough in their masculinity. They felt inferior to you. When really you were being sweet. You were offering something here. You were vulnerable. And maybe for some of you, it's like this person, you were going through a really difficult time and they misread the situation or they missed something because they were being childish and secretive. So then this person potentially got sneaky or they were hiding certain information here. Netflix and chill. So this person was sneaking around. Friends with benefits, spending time with someone else. Yeah. And that led to a fight here. And it led to trust issues. And it led to one-sided and detached. So this person doesn't want to look at the fact that they were being very selfish. And it was very one-sided here in this situation. But now I do think that this person, something has like sparked this where they're thinking about this. So this person, again, they think very highly of you, but they think very low of themselves. This is more like this person thinks about your sweetness. This person thinks about maybe your childlike nature, the innocence of how your relationship used to be. Things were simple with you. Things were sweet, just like the rose, just like the simple, you represent the simple sweetness of life to them. You were not complex. You were not secretive. You were not maneuvering, machinating around this person. You were simply being yourself and you were being vulnerable potentially, and you were in some kind of an offering space, and you were offering this person love, genuine love. And I think that you were always the right choice is what I'm getting. Like this person is like, you were always the right choice. Thank you so much, Tasha, for the super chat. For you. Yeah. Like this person, honestly, for some of you, it's like they do think that you're their twin flame. They think that you're their soulmate. They think you're the one that got away is really what I'm getting. I'm hearing, why couldn't I see that before? And the reason this person couldn't see it before is I think they were going through some kind of mental health issue. And it has to do with, I'm literally getting, it has to do with the moon and it has to do with Venus. For some of you, this person could be Islam, or they were considering joining Islam, or they received advice from that as a distraction. But there's something to do with the moon and Venus. So again, that could be a hidden love affair, but it's senses. They were distracting themselves. I'm literally seeing somebody like on Tinder, on like, juggling, like a lot of different apps and stuff. But it's because this person, and we know this, like they couldn't process their own emotions. And sex and like video games and stuff. But like, I think this person maybe copes like by sleeping around. It like numbs you out. It numbs out your emotions. It's a huge distraction from like actually feeling what you're feeling. So this person was like, at a time when I needed to be more vulnerable, at a time when I needed to get more curious about you and about your behavior and about why I was acting that way at that critical juncture. Instead, I distracted myself further. I dug myself further in a hole. I believed a lie. I deluded myself in order to falsely prop myself up and make myself feel better because I didn't feel like I had anything going on in my life. This person didn't feel like they had anything good going on. And they're feeling really guilty about it. They're feeling really guilty. Egg on their face, ashamed, backfired, got caught. And now they feel that there's unfinished business between the two of you. Proposals, forgiveness, reconciliation. So this person thinks that you're a person that they can commit to. That you were always, like, you were their person, basically. Like, I don't know, like, what else I can really say. They think that you are a healthy person. They think that you have, like, okay, I'm just hearing, like, a divine life. Like you're their person. Because ultimately, you know what I think a lot of people get wrong in dating, and I promise I'm going somewhere with this, is that, especially like in American culture, I don't know how it is like other places, but people think about like, oh, this perfect person has all these traits because society tells us you should want a person like this and a person like that. And they have all these things, right? Gotta catch them all, like gotta collect all the traits, right? When in reality, I think we should be focused more on alchemy, like the the way you feel around somebody else. There's a certain chemistry. There's a certain, we go good together, right? This is good, isn't it? And I think you were saying to this person, like, this is good, right? Like, we go together. You know, we're two peas in a pod in some way. That's what I'm attracted to in you. And this person got really intimidated and they felt like they didn't bring enough to the table. And I think it's because they have that mindset of you got to catch them all the things, all the traits. They didn't realize that they were perfect to you because you're two peas and you just kind of go together, and that you could have built a life together. You could have leaned on each other and supported each other. This person couldn't fathom that you could love them if they weren't perfect. And if they didn't bring all the things to the table that they felt like they were supposed to bring at that instant. But I think you expected to be respected in the situation. But if this person's going to go around disrespecting you, you want nothing to do with them. So this person has to kind of cope with the fact that they crashed and burned themselves. I really think this person crashed and burned in some kind of big way. Like this person, if you think that this person was just out playing the field and that it was happy, people who are doing that, a lot of times they're in the darkest place of their life. I just channeled that. A lot of times they're in the darkest place of their life because they can't get comfortable. They're trying to numb out, right? And they're not being empathetic because just using people like, and not considering, you know, how that's affecting other people, because you were on the other end of this at the very least. Like regardless of who else they might have. Yeah, I'm just hearing that song that's like collecting your jar of hearts or something. Like, yeah, they just weren't thinking about that. They were avoiding. This person was in a huge state of avoidance and they feel like it really messed up their life. But they think very highly of you. They think that you're this beautiful, graceful person. It's kind of everything that I was saying in pile number 1. Like you just keep getting better and better and better to them. You're very confident. You're very enlightened. Like this person thinks that you have this higher kind of perspective. They struggle being vulnerable. This person does. And gosh, this person just thinks so bad of themselves. And I think they... Look, because this is the Broken Mirrors deck. For some of them, they feel ugly. Like by comparison, like, oh, I'm going to break the mirror. If I look in the mirror and then like, look at you. You're this like swan. Swan-diddy swan. I'm also getting Odette, the Swan Princess, the Disney movie. It's like a lesser known Disney movie, but it's so good. And there's so many good one-liners in there. But the prince in that movie, they grew up together as kids. And, you know, it was the boys only club and girls stink and you can't come in our fort and everything, until all of a sudden Odette grew into this woman and now like he's very attracted to her, but she's worried. This could have played out here. She's worried that he's only preoccupied with the physical, that he's just attracted, like, why do you like me kind of a thing. And so she asks him, like, you know, what else do you like about me? Because he just kept praising her appearance. And he goes, what else is there? And then the next scene, they cut to him in his chambers and like this older advisor type gentleman is like, what else is there? He can't believe that he said that. He's like, you should write a book called How to Offend Women in 10 Words or Less. So this person could have offended you or reduced you to your body in some way by putting you in competition with other people because they weren't honoring the alchemy. There was something different about you. You just kind of fit together. There was something special about you and your connection, and this person couldn't deal with it. They really could not deal with it. They couldn't get something off their chest. They couldn't say what needed to be said. And for a lot of these people, I think it was an apology. I think this person was actually being put in a position by the divine where they needed to switch roles with you. They needed to be in this position, this offering. Remember when I first got into this and I was like, ugh, like it was giving me some kind of visceral, like having this out and it's so vulnerable. And like, I feel like that's how this person felt about like, I have to kind of come back like with my hand open and all my little veins and stuff, like just open like to you, like, no, like it's not comfortable for this person, but it's exactly what they needed to do, because unless this person can be in that place, then they can't honor you the way that they need to. Your spirit is kind of making sure that you would get treated okay by this person, because they at the very least need to be able to do that, to be vulnerable, to bare their soul, to repair a relationship, to make right, and to not be up on their high horse. I think this person is very prideful. And I think that this person, on their arm is what I'm hearing, would have liked to have you on their arm. And I am literally picturing like a Rolex or something. So I don't know if this person needs like a Rolex or they need something on their arm to display their wealth or their value, because they don't feel that themselves. So they might have used women this way, or if this is a person who dates men or is bisexual, like whoever, like having somebody on their arm that they feel like boosts their status. This is that kind of person, because they have a pride issue. They don't feel enough on the inside, but yet they're so arrogant, they're so prideful, and they treated you bad. This person treated you bad. And I really do think that they saw you as very beautiful, but now they're realizing just how beautiful you are, like from the inside out. Yeah. I think this person like sees you, they're very attracted to you. It's just that this person's like all up in their head about a tower moment that they could have prevented, is what I'm getting, because the tower card's in reverse on this. And like, this is all a bunch of staircases. This person's all up in their mental mind about how they could have done things differently. But you know what I think this person spends most of their time thinking about is how they could have preserved their pride and still avoided this tower moment, which is good. That's like, I think, masterful level from where this person is. But I think the spiritual point of this experience was how, like, can you just be sorry? Like, can you just be vulnerable? And does that have to knock your manhood? Does that have to like knock your standing or something like that? I mean, this person is in a dark place. I really do think this person's in a dark place. They were then and they are now. Thank you so much for the super chat, Nikki. Yeah, it's like they were then and they are now, because you know what? It's like this person kept kicking it down the road. Like they should have processed this in the moment, and then they could have transformed your relationship because they would have known what to say. And it wouldn't have affected their manhood. I don't know. I just feel like if you're a good person, it's like I might look like I have egg on my face because I genuinely did something wrong, but at least I'm getting it out there and I'm not letting you internalize something. And I'm just making sure you're straight. I'm just making sure that you're okay, you know? Come to the light side. We have cookies over here. Yeah. So they're all up in their head. And I do think that this is a tower. This person is realizing all of these things. And they're just, oh my gosh. Because I think this person was putting off grieving this and taking responsibility for the way that they hurt you. Because this person hurt you. And they did it intentionally to try to displace the inadequacy they were feeling and to maybe try to control you. Yeah. I think you had to walk away from this. Even though you felt like, yeah, TikTok. There's something here about like time, you know? And Spirit is saying, as a part of like this, time is of the essence here. Because it means something when somebody apologizes like sooner, even if it takes like a couple weeks for them to process. You're looking at a couple years here of somebody processing. Okay. You're looking at more than that. I mean, what's going on here? Like there's something here of like time where I feel like you had to just give up on this person. You just had to walk away because you know your worth. So this relationship taught you your worth, taught you your value. And I think you're probably usually the person always making amends. Even if you didn't make the mess, then, but I think this person hurt you in a way where you thought, no way in hell am I cleaning up that mess because of like, you know, what went on here. Like, no, you absolutely owe me an apology. Like, you know, whatever was going on. So you learned your value and you learned your worth. There's something here about a grandfather. So a grandfather could have, I'm getting a grandfather energy helping you. So I don't know if a grandfather said something to you or if you have a grandfather that's passed over or something here that a grandfather instilled into you. Or for some of you, this could be the person that I always pick up on that has that grandfather that's just like Monday morning quarterbacking this person's life on the other side that is like, you idiot, like, you know, and is always in their head. But this person realized that they were emotionally cut off. Like basically that's what it is. They cut off from their emotions to hurt you in the way that they did and it was, okay. I was listening to some ladies on TikTok. They were talking about their experiences in relationships. I love social media for that reason. Cause so many, you can share in so many, somebody said it best. They were like, I feel like I've lived so many lives listening to these women open up about their experience. And I like could not agree more, but I think that this person is realizing that they basically, I don't know where I was going with that. It just like flew right out of my mind. Cause I felt warm and loved in a community. But yeah, this person is just realizing that maybe their life could be so different and that they cut off from their emotional space. Oh, I know. One of these women was saying that under like the patriarchy, there can be no love without control. Like that's like kind of how men are brainwashed. So I think for some of them, oh, maybe that's coming from the grandfather. There was a grandfather. Yeah, maybe. Okay, there could have been advice here where like a grandfather or somebody that they look upon like told them to wait it out and to give them time. And that advice is based on old archaic patriarchal systems that are trying to maintain control. So this is bad advice because it was the opposite of being vulnerable and saying, I fucked up. Like this is playground stuff. This is like if you were on the playground and you push a kid over, you apologize. You don't wait it out for them to forget because it's disrespectful. Nobody should have to forget you shoving them to the ground, you know? And I'm just using that as an example. Like, no, this is what I'm saying. Like you learned your self-worth here in this situation because you're not going to forget. They need to tuck tail and come and say they're sorry because that's what a good, healthy, functioning person would do. And I think this person is like starting to realize that they got some really like archaic advice. Somebody here, I think it was a grandfather, told this person to wait it out. Or that's like, it was just advice ingrained in their mind of how they should be as a man. Or they're just saying this is like very old timey in a way that's like not, because they were trying to prevent a tower, but it ended up causing a tower because you didn't ever have the truth. And therefore, this person had to block themselves off from the truth of you. So I just want to bring this back around to, we're doing a reading here about what does this person like about you. The fact of the matter is this person sees you as everything. Like you are the person that they could settle down with. I really think that you should probably watch pile number 1. They think that you are strong. They think that you are regal. They think that you are noble, especially in love. They think that you are their person. They think that this person literally could not think higher. They think that you're their 2 of cups. Yeah. This person will go into the woods for you. But then why didn't they? It's like they could do everything except just make themselves vulnerable and apologize. This person would like fight off a bear for you, but they can't apologize. Like make it make sense. Like it doesn't. And so this person had to hide themselves from the truth of who you are to them and who you are really. I think this person could have hated you maybe for a long time, or they talked shit on you, or they like believed other people who hated on you because they were jealous. Like this person was very negative in the past here. But they're in a lot of pain over it. This is like their face is like melting off. And this is the 8 of Wands. So this could have been some kind of very fast sexual experience that this person hurt you with. And they did it on purpose. They did it to not feel their emotions or to not have to be mature. Because this is a child's hand. And we keep getting like childish here. But there also could have been some kind of like message that changed. Yeah. That changed this person's trajectory. Maybe they were like focusing on work. Yeah, the Hanged Man. So this person put this into the Hanged Man. They stagnated things. And they kept, just to keep their secret. And all it did is make this person feel more anxious. It effed this person's mental health. Like, it effed this person's mental health. Probably yours too. You probably view this person very badly as a player or somebody like here from your past. I think you started over. If you were in a relationship with this person, I think this is something you leave with the clothes on your back kind of a thing. Because you're wanting your King of Pentacles. And maybe you felt like, okay, well, I just trusted the wrong person. And I need to start over and I need to have boundaries. Yeah. And I want something that's equal give and take. So again, this taught you your worth and your value. And this person feels like an asshole because they knew your worth and your value the whole time. And it absolutely should have been this person that showed you your worth and value via a relationship, via the way that they treated you and the conversations that they had with you. But they were avoiding it. They got caught. Caught red-handed, secrets exposed, surprised, shocked, pop up, surprise visit, reaching out in person. This person might try to pop up on you, but you're sick and tired of it. This person feels like they have a soul contract with you, that you're soulmates, partnership, spiritual union, and they are trying to plan. This person is really hurting. They need to face their demons before they can send you a message. Spirit is trying to get this person to spend time in contemplation about their toxic love. Because this person, I'm sure they get into relationships with people who have toxic love. Like attracts like, I just heard. Like 2 magnets. But this person has to go through toxic relationship because of the way that they hurt you and because they chose a timeline away from you. This person has to look in the mirror. So this person will be with people who are more toxic than they are, probably. They have to know what that feels like and why it's unacceptable. They probably have to have their own cards thrown right back at them, their own playbook thrown right back at them, so that they can contemplate on what it does to people to like hide their feelings or something. This person is really trying to plan on reaching out to you. But this planning is a side effect of not wanting to be vulnerable. What I'm getting. Okay. Let's see. Snake, deception, shady, temptation, and enemy. This person was tempted. Yeah, they had a crossroads. This person thinks about that a lot. That they had a choice. And I think for the people who are not as far along in their healing journey, they think that they had a choice between you and that they had a choice between other people. But really it was a choice of who this person wanted to be and how they handle their problems. And if they're going to fall to their like lower nature. Emily, thank you so much for the super chat. Mystery in between the lines. So this put this person in a bit of a conundrum, and probably you too, where you had to read between the lines. Hidden meaning, vague. Okay, this is the problem. This person created this problem where now the two of you have to look for the hidden meaning. Everything's vague because this person couldn't communicate directly. Grass is greener. Jealousy, better option. Unhappy, deserve better. You actually deserve better because this person really did not show up for you. But yeah, this person maybe went back to an ex at a party. They should have been single. This person just did the wrong thing at every turn. I don't mean to laugh. Okay, let's just get some messages here. This is like really tanking my energy. I feel like this is like you felt so happy. Like it was so hopeful, you know, at the beginning of this. And then it just like really zapped your energy where you're like, I'm just sick of waiting for you to do the right thing. Yeah, they're thinking about you. Like really, truly, you are this person's person. Like nobody compares to you. They've just been scared of admitting that to themselves. And maybe for some of them, admitting to themselves that they lost you. And it was them and it was their hubris and nothing else that lost you. Complete no-show. Yeah, I really get that. I'm working on myself each day so that I can come back to you. Please don't hate me. I feel like this person might be very, actually, you know what I'm getting? I think this person might be psychic. I think this person might be empathetic. They actually, and you probably saw that in this person at first. You were like, oh, I know that this is a person who's not like a stone cold robot, you know, or something like that. But I think this person is actually energetically sensitive, but there was like a lot of toxic rhetoric in this person's family and in their versions of like masculinity and stuff. And so yeah, I just think this person is like very sensitive. But yeah, please don't hate me for ghosting you. You didn't deserve it. I hurt myself by letting you go. Yeah, the reason that I was thinking that too is because whenever I say things, this is a group. Sometimes I notice this in the piles. Like when I'm talking like about this person, like into the piles, all of a sudden the energy starts to shift and change. So I do think this person's starting to get it. They're starting to receive it. I even think this person could be getting readings on you, or they could have had some kind of spiritual awakening because of this connection. I really think that's the only thing that would move the dial here is if this person receives some kind of better advice, because they have some toxic, old, outdated advice that really just seeks to preserve control and power rather than love and genuine connection. It doesn't know how to build genuine connection. This person, I think, actually is at their core a lover and not a fighter. But they're very sensitive, and this person, for the life of them, did not, I think, in their childhood learn healthy, like emotional coping mechanisms. And I'm not trying to make an excuse for this person, because as adults, this person could see that they were hurting you. This person absolutely knew that they were in the wrong. But I think they tried to convince themselves that you deserved something, or that you weren't the person that you are. It's mental gymnastics. But yeah, I do think that like this person's kind of receiving this information psychically. I know that we're spiritually connected. Literally, I feel like this person's having a conversation with me. Yeah, I know that we're spiritually connected. Yeah, like I can hear you in my head sometimes. Like there could be a telepathic connection here. This person might have felt what you felt. Like afterwards, like looking at you or judging by your behavior, something they knew and they felt it and they immediately felt like shame or guilt. I think they were better off without me. I don't like this kicked puppy thing that this person does. Like you caused a kerfuffle, sir. You don't get to walk away. Oh, I think you're better off without me. It's just a cop-out. It's just a cop-out. This person just shuts off. They're not brave. Like this person emotionally is not brave. And I do think that's combined with a sensitivity and just having very little emotional education. He thinks love is obsession. Yeah. He'll have to learn that the hard way. And you could never teach him that, like, because you would have a healthy love. Well, he could learn that by having a healthy love with you, and probably by being very grateful that his life turned out the way that it did, right? No matter what happens, my heart will always belong to you. I know what you mean to me. I'm ready to be with only you now. I feel like you're over it with this person. I feel like they hurt you too bad. And I think like that this went on too long, and it really, really reflects poorly on this person. Because even like when I'm saying things like, well, I think this person's a lover, not a fighter, I think they're actually very sensitive. I actually think this person's empathetic. I think that, I just think that it's still so unacceptable the way this person. I'm so in love with you. You're so perfect to me. I know I was wrong by not talking to you. Would you be open to talking now? No, I think it's too late. I'm hearing it's just too little too late. Jojo, please give me a second chance. Like literally this person's begging me. Like I feel like I'm saying this because I just feel your energy coming through, just like I'm numb to you. Like because it's a risk to be emotional with you because you're such a jerk. And maybe this person isn't a jerk on the inside, but they treated you like a jerk. Please give me a second chance. I'm working on myself so I can come back. Please wait for me. All I'm thinking about right now is how attracted to you I am. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I miss our conversations and the sound of your voice. I can't take being away from you any longer. The thought of you drives me crazy. I feel like you guys could have had it all. I really do. I think you could have loved this person. I think you could have really fallen for this person. I think this person could have really fallen for you. Everybody's got to know how to act, though. And that's not what happened. I'm hearing the song, I wanna get numb and forget where I'm from. And it's so high, like looking at the sun. Yeah, so this person just like maybe has a problem with drugs or alcohol. They just have a problem with numbing out. Whatever this person's like vice is that distracts them, and it distracts them like from you. And do not let this person put this on you, because it's like they're running from their emotions from you. But this person, it's their lesson. This person has everything they need and has had since day one to make this right. I don't like this person is just giving me machoism, but they're also giving me like they want to throw their weight around, right? At the beginning, whenever they did whatever it is that they did to hurt you, they want to throw their weight around, and they're entitled to do that. Oh yeah? You want to be the big man? You want to throw your weight around? You can't. Then what about now? Be the big man, be the strong. It's actually time to be strong. Like, this is a person who it's like, oh yeah, like they equate like manliness or strength to just doing whatever it is that they want, instead of actually doing the hard thing, actually doing the strong thing, actually showing up when it's actually time to be strong, to do, I'm hearing like the rights and responsibilities. Oh, it hurts to hear. It hurts to hear. It hurts to hear. When it comes to like rights and responsibilities, right? They're two sides of the same coin. This person has like an entitlement problem. I'm a man, therefore I'm entitled to do this, and she can just deal with this. And women are, this is somebody also who feels like it is a woman's job to do all the emotional processing in a relationship. That's who this person is. And, but when it actually comes down to do the responsibilities side of being a man or being a strong person, this is also somebody who maybe was raised in a traditional household, got a lot of that, like a man is the leader of his family. Well, I see no leadership going on here whatsoever. I see a follower. I see a coward. I see somebody tucking their tail between their legs. This person is the type of person that thinks it's a weakness to apologize to you, and that it's not an absolute weakness that they can't look you in the eye. Make it make sense. So, no. I'm done with this pile, and I feel like that's how you feel. This is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. 3 years. That's what I'm saying. There was a TikTok. There was a time that this person had like to make things right. And it would have been okay. And you could have talked about it, and you could have grown. And this person needed to say something to get this ball rolling. Needed to. And spirit was not going to let this person out of having to do that. And they couldn't do it. And this is something this person's going to have to live with. They have to face that about themselves, because nobody, and I mean nobody, however bad this person wants to blame this on you or whatever bullshit they might have believed about you and had that reinforced by people who are mean, gossipers, or like jealous of you or whatever, this person is at fault. Okay? Because they are not stupid. They can see, they were incentivized not to see so that they didn't have to make right with you. All of this, it's making me mad because it literally just revolves around saying you're sorry to a woman. And I do think the fact that you're a woman like factors into this. It's like, I'm sorry, but my parents made me apologize to people. You know, they taught me, like, I can remember like my parents being like, look at his face. Like, he's sad that you just took his toy, you know? Whoa, I just saw somebody like come into the background. Like an energy, you know? And it's like, did this person not have that? Like, we don't go around breaking people, okay? Ugh. Yeah, like the core of this person is a loving person. I just feel like they are not willing to show up for you. That's what it comes down to. And you would have had to. This is also the type of person that makes you make the decision. This is also a person who like makes people break up with them. They just stop investing in like, this isn't like they want to invest in your relationship. They do. But I'm talking about other relationships where like they're not really invested in people. They just start acting like an absolute shit. They just stop like investing until somebody breaks up with them. This person's a coward. They can't have emotional conversations. Ugh. Okay. I'm really done. I'm really done with this. This is like this is off-putting. Ugh. Toy. I'm just gonna cover myself in all the things I like before we move on to pile number 3. Yeah, I think this person really likes the way you smell. I think I would like the way you smell. I think everybody likes the way you smell. Yeah. I'm sending a hug to anyone who also had to go through this. Me too. I second that. This is the kind of thing where you blame yourself, because I think you're such a relationship-oriented person. You're like, how could I have shown up? Like, you never would have let this go on. Like, and that's what I don't like, it when a person who would never let something go on, because it just means so much to them to repair their relationships or something. They have somebody that allows that to go on to them. I just find it cruel. Choose yourself, ladies. I agree. Just in time. Yeah. This is a person who it's like, oh, thank you guys. This is a person who is like forever potential. You cannot fall in love with potential. Potential doesn't pay the bills. Potential doesn't pull your hair back out of your face when you're sick. No. And each one of our potentials is our own responsibility. And this person has not taken accountability, or truly, they have not taken full accountability for their own life. I really think this is a person who, because of their maleness or because of whatever family they were born into, maybe for some of you, this person got born into a Brahmin caste is what I'm hearing, like in India, or like somebody who had money or whatever. But this person was basically taught that they could do no wrong and that they should expect things to come to them, especially in the realm of women. And so this person they weren't actually encouraged to take full accountability of their life and the outcomes that they receive in different arenas of their life, including relationship, including family, including home, including work. It all comes back to this person, and this person just runs. They don't want to look at it. And instead, this person wants to be mad and they want to throw a fit. And I think this is also a person who probably says, oh, women, oh, she's just crazy. Like, she's just emotional. Like, this person is crazy and emotional. They just don't know how to deal with it. And then they project it out like onto anybody and everybody else. Instead of saying, like, there was something that I did that affected that outcome. And I had control over that. Yeah, you don't have control over everything. But there are certain things you do have control over. And this person just refuses. They just run. This person's a runner, like at the core of their being. They just run away from themselves and from their own responsibility. But at the same time, this person just feels entitled, and when they don't get what they want, they throw some kind of big fit, and then they feel entitled to throw that fit. So this person's kind of like a perpetual victim, but really this person persecutes. They actually are the ones causing problems for people, not cleaning up their messes, feeling like Pikachu face whenever people don't put up, like, expect equal treatment, basically, especially women. Responsibility for your actions is a key lesson in life. Doesn't make you a small person to apologize, especially for somebody who's shown nothing but care to you. Yes, amen. And somebody who is going to like throw it in your face that you apologize, like at least you get data back about that person, And also like there's a good way to be even like, I don't know, because for some of you, this person like really, really hurt you. And it's like, I hear you. I'm so glad that you're making progress and that you're sorry, but I still don't want to have you in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, really, it's not okay for me, like what you did. Like Kesha, I'm hearing some things only God can forgive. For some of you, it's like on that level here with this person. Yeah. Dr. Mommy. Yep. Oh, hey, Alex. Yeah. The people are saying that there is an asshole in the chat right now. Oh, it's called Dr. Mummy. That's the asshole. Okay. So, moving on to pile number 3. Ugh. And that person's gross comment. And then we've got the Eros pile. Again, misogynist grow a brain challenge. There's a weird person in the chat right now. Okay. So, pile number 3. What does this person like about you? Okay. Well, there's a lot of passion here in these cards. There's a lot of sexual energy. And, okay, but you keep this person guessing, but it's different than in pile number 1 because this person kind of wonders what it is that you're after. Like what it is that you, like they find you very physically attractive, like very, very. I do think this is probably somebody that you're sleeping with or have slept with here in the past. Like this person, they wonder though, like if you want a ring or like if you don't, or yeah, let me just pull some cards here. Okay, I'm going to use like the sexual deck here, but I'm not going to show these because YouTube sometimes has a problem. But I'm really like getting that. Okay. Yeah. They wonder if this is something that, do you want commitment or is this just a sexual thing? That's what this person, that's at the heart of this, okay? So what this person likes about you is that you're very sensual, you're very sexual. This person likes the way that you move. This person likes your mouth. This person likes your jewelry. I think for some of you, you may have money. Or, yeah. Okay, this isn't going to be for everybody. For some of you, this person does like the fact that you have money, and they might want to use their sensuality to gain access to your money. If that's not your story, don't make it your story. For others of you, if you kind of do things for money, or then they like that. Like maybe they think that you're doing things with them because you want to try to get the ring or something. And this person like might like that. But again, that's not for everybody. And if it's not your story, don't make it your story, okay? But there is a lot of like passion energy here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this person feels inadequate though. Again, with the inadequacy. Oh my gosh. Okay. This person puts you up on a pedestal sexually. And they think, why would you want them? Like this person finds you so erotic. Why would you want them? And they like to feel, okay, I don't know if this is like continuation. They like to feel like the big man or the big woman in the relationship, but they don't next to you. So I honestly think this person is like, why do you like me? Why would you like me? Why would you be interested in me? So I feel like there's almost a pregnant pause here in this relationship where there's like a lot of promise, there's a lot of potential, but it hasn't been like colored in yet. You know, like the potential of it hasn't been colored in. There is definitely I don't know, this could have been a sexual thing, but like not a lot of talking. Oh my gosh, this person really just thinks you're so, oh my gosh, this person is wildly attracted to you. But they don't want to be hurt. They don't, yeah, like okay, it's lively. Like, this person, okay, they like you. This person likes you. They like your personality. They think you're cheeky. They think you're fun. They think that there's a lot of chemistry here, potentially. But this person is wondering if you do that with everybody and if you're just going to like leave them out in the cold. They wonder if you're serious. That's what it is. They wonder if you're serious. They wonder if this is something that they hang their hat on. They're trying to make their decision here. And for some of you, like this person's been cheated on in the past, or okay, like I'm kind of getting that you don't want this person to go because they're a wish fulfillment. And this person is hesitant of allowing themselves to feel that you're a wish fulfillment to them because they can't make up their mind if you're serious or not. Or if this is just some kind of casual, superficial thing. Because this person really likes you. This person really, really likes you. And also this is a person who wants the good life. Okay, this is a person who like does want it all. And they don't want to feel used. So like, okay, if one of you has money or something, or like, they don't want to feel used for their money, or they don't want to feel used for something good that they have. You know what I'm saying? And that you only want them for that and not because you're in love with them the same way that they're in love with you. Does that make sense? Because this person is interested in you as a person. They're interested in your personality. They're interested in the chemistry between the two of you. I think for some of you, they think you have a good banter. You have a good back and forth, but they think that you're too good for them. They think you have options and that maybe, how do I put this? That has not been disclosed. This person thinks that you are involved with other people behind the scenes. That's what they think. So it's making them pause and it's making them get a different perspective here. Something could have happened. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this comes down to responsibility and like the Emperor. Because the Emperor card came out. So it's like this person, we have the Page of Swords. So this person could like have been watching you, or okay, I'm also getting that this is the type of person that watches, like pays a lot of attention, picks up on a lot of detail without seeming like that's what they're doing. So this person is kind of like actually gathering a lot of stuff, and I think they've picked up on certain things where they're wondering if you are serious. Yeah. They could have seen you with someone else. And then like because of your personality, I'm not saying it's fair or it's right. This also could be mirrored for some of you. Like both of you feel this way about each other. Because you both might have personalities on you. Okay? And it's hard for people to suss out if they're just getting the personality show or if it's genuine chemistry between the two of you. There could be something here like that going on. Yeah, they think there's competition. I'm hearing that song. It's like, take the pleasure, take it with the pain. So there's pleasure and pain here. Yeah, and maybe even like a little bit of obsession. Maybe just at the very least getting to the bottom of it, because this would be a kind of connection here that's like very difficult to let go of, because it's like you really see a sparkling like gem diamond kind of person here, like in the other person. And if it's real, you don't want to let it go. But if it's just the song and dance, if it's just the razzle dazz, and this is just who this person is, like in their personality, then you don't want to form an attachment here to this person. Because I'm hearing, I could really fall for you. I think you both feel like I could really fall for you. Like, please respect that. Please be like, quit playing games with my heart. And I don't think that you're meaning to necessarily, but this person just finds you so intoxicating, so attractive. Yeah, Hierophant. Like this all centers around, and they might struggle to understand what you believe about, like what you want to aspire to in terms of your own humanity. Yeah, this person just really thinks that maybe you're not serious about them. Or just relationships in general. And that could just be like, maybe they think you're going through a time in your life or a phase. Maybe you just broke up with somebody and you're not too keen of getting into a relationship or something. Like, yeah. Pedestals are never good places, exactly. Yeah, like the sun and the devil. So they want clarity here on some kind of devilish energy, maybe. The Fool. These are all major arcana cards. So this is big. This is a big, this person feels big things for you, but they don't want to be a fool. They don't want to lose themselves. I also feel like this person doesn't want to give themselves over to you sexually for just a romp on the hay. This is not like, this person is not at that stage of their life. They're trying to, yeah, they want questions here, or they have questions here about the devil. And maybe some kind of foolish, this could be like impulsive, or where are you at in your life? Like, I don't know this, and maybe about work or career or somebody that you work with. This person thinks you're with someone else. This person thinks that you're sneaking around with at least one other person. And, okay, so like combined with pile number 2, okay, this would be misplaced, right? Because somebody would have misconstrued something. You're really innocent. Maybe you're very open. You're very kind. Maybe you do have a personality, on you. And a lot of people are interested in you. So this person is taking your innocence and they're perverting it. But because I'm kind of getting that there could be a mirroring here. But then there's somebody else here where I think there's actual cause for somebody here to wonder what's going on between somebody. And I think there's actually sexual. I think if there's mirroring, somebody's in the pile number 2 situation where they just got blamed for a bunch of stuff because somebody had an emotional outburst and did something that they shouldn't have done. And they couldn't cope with that. So then they blamed it on you and tried to justify it. But somebody out, like in that situation, then somebody really maybe did go off and sleep with somebody else. And then this other person picked up on it. You know what I'm saying? And so they have actual cause to wonder, like, what's going on with you? Like, yeah. They kind of feel like their ships are not going to come in regards of this. Okay. Yeah. I'm just letting you know, yeah, a projection. It could potentially be a projection. And, I haven't really been saying this as much as I used to in the beginning, but just because this is what somebody likes about you or what they think about you, it doesn't make it the truth, right? Because people think things about other people for all kinds of reasons. And I do feel this haze, this confusion around you and around your energy here. But I do think this person's taking a hard stand because they want the truth. They're very defensive. This person feels very defensive because they do feel like a strong bond with you. We have the Lovers card here. They feel a strong bond. And you would know if you involved with somebody else or you didn't, okay? If you actually did involve with somebody else and there was actual contact between the two of you, this person saw something, they feel like they want answers, and they are not putting up with it. And they're feeling very like protective and very defensive, and they think that you were kind of playing with them. So this is like crushy stuff. So what they like about you is like crushy stuff. They feel a connection to you. They feel attracted to you on a personality level, on a physical level. Like they feel that. They're hesitant to communicate. They're hesitant to open up because they're not sure that you're serious. And they think that you're hiding other people. At least one other person. So this person's more comfortable being alone. They're more comfortable being alone, and they're trying to learn and they're trying to grow. I feel like for some of you, I'm describing you and you're like, perpetually I'm trying to learn and grow from bad men. Yes. Yeah, so like they're just, and they feel like they've just got their flashlight out in the dark and that they're trying to kind of sift through whatever information. But this person understands that this is his fire and it's keeping him alive and it's keeping him warm and he's not leaving his comfort zone, right? That's how this person feels. Yeah, they feel like they're the higher cup. They're like, so this person doesn't have an insecurity problem about themselves. They know who they are. They know what they bring to the table. They know they're a good person. They know that they're faithful. I think this person might be sexy and have a personality on them too. I think that's mirrored between the two of you. And this person's like, I know that I got all that going on and a bag of chips. And I also know that I am the real fucking deal. And you are going to accept that. You're going to realize that this doesn't come along and you are going to treat me nice or you are not. So for some of you, this is like a mirrored energy between this and pile 2. Yeah, quality or quantity. What do you want? Quality or quantity? Because I think this person, again, they're attracted to you. And this is a person who does not have a complex about that, though. They might think you play around in that space a little more than they do, or that you need the ego boost, or you like the ego boost, or of getting people kind of wrapped up in your spell a bit. Whereas this person, I think people feel that same way towards this person, but they don't need it for their ego boost. This is somebody who wants to date, and I feel like this person takes it very seriously, that they kind of have to sift through who is really there for them and who just wants the dog and pony show, you know? And don't get me wrong, I think this is a person who is like, if they want to go get laid, they will. But I just think that that's not really what they want, you know? Yeah, so this person, maybe they feel like you're clinging to an old version of yourself or to an ex-partner. And for some of you, they think that this feeds how you're seen in the world or something like that. They're confused. This person is confused about the truth. Yeah, and yeah, King of Pentacles. Yeah, they're confused. They're just confused of if this is a routine for you or if you're really trying to grow into like this King, Queen of Pentacles situation. Or if you're just happy in this routine of the love romance kind of thing. That's really what it is. That's what they think. But potentially, okay, but what is this person like about you? Okay. This person is funny. This person, they like all the things that I said. Like, this feels very beginning of a relationship, you know, like you guys really get on, okay? And they like that. And they like that you could potentially build. They like the possibility of it. And I think this person kind of likes knowing that they're the shit and that they feel very comfortable in that. They like knowing that, and they like that you have to make the decision. They kind of like knowing that they're really, the kind of bond that this person feels with you is they know they're the one for you. They know it. They're like, you're not going to find somebody who gets you the way I get you. They know that. And they're just like, I love that this isn't on me. I love that I'm prepared and that I'm completely ready in my life for this to happen or to not happen. And I'm excited for what we could build. I'm happy being alone. I'm just waiting for my ships to come in. This is also a person who knows they're going to be in a happy relationship. They know that. But they're willing to take a chance. And they like that. They actually do. This is a person who does like adventure. They like the beginning of the relationship. They like love. They like the courtship. They like the, ooh, like they can't wait to see you. They get the butterflies in their stomach. They like talking to you, right? Like they like all that stuff. They like moving forward. I also think this is a person who's moving forward in other areas of their life. They love this feeling of strength. They also like this courtship of holding back a little bit, you know? And not like fully jumping in. They like building it. This is a person who's very good at building chemistry, building romance. This is also a person who has a lot of love to give here. But they come from something, yeah, like, I'm not going to show this, but like the devil here in the background in their past. I think this person has gotten out of a negative situation. Now, maybe you know what that is. Like, that could be a bad relationship. This person has a sense of freedom about them when they have met you. Like, I think they're happy to, if this person just got out of a relationship, fear not, they are very happy to be out of that relationship. Again, this is not a person who holds on to people in the background, because that kind of thing, it's like lack mentality. It's like, oh, I have to always have like, I have to hoard potential romantic people because I have such a lack mentality. They're not always going to be around. And if I don't lead people on and this person is very confident. Like, in terms of, I'll be fine if I'm alone. It would be nice to share my life with somebody. I'm not taking any shortcuts. I'm also not out here disrespecting people. But they just are, I feel like they're hopeful that you're their match in that. because this person's also sexual. They are sexual. Okay. This is a very sexual person. They love. They love romance. They love that budding potential. They love all of that. And they kind of wonder if they found a match in you, but they kind of wonder if they don't, because this person knows what it's like to have charisma. They know what it's like to be attractive. And they know that a certain type of person with attractiveness and charisma may have different priorities than them and then have access to those priorities. But this person sort of thinks they maybe found a match in you. Sort of maybe thinks, but they're not going too overboard on it just yet. Because they like getting to know you. They like the tease. They like the tease of maybe you will, maybe you won't. And also, this person I think is big chillin' because they got it as something crap in the past. So they're not eager to tie themselves down. Like I said, I think this person likes that they're big chillin' because they're comfortable in themselves. They're comfortable from where they came from. They're comfortable being alone. This person is happy and fun. They also think you are too. Like they like the conversation. And it feels like, yeah, they like this feeling of being on this precipice of like, is this going to be something or is it not? Like, yeah. Yeah. So this to me, like, it's a question mark. It's like a big question mark of they like it. They like the potential. They like sitting in the potential. They're in the phase with you where I feel like they like being around you. They like talking with you, but then also not being obligated. They like feeling it out. They like that they possibly could have found their match, but they also kind of think that, you know, in a way, this person thinks that they're a one-off. They think that they're a bit of a unicorn. And so they don't expect to meet another unicorn in their life, if that makes sense. They really don't. But if they did, that would really be something. That would really, I think that would shock this person. I'm kind of getting like in love. Not a lot shocks this person. But at least now, because they like whatever they got out of, but they kind of think like, maybe. Like this person is very zen. Like, whatever. Easy come, easy go. Yeah, and it's just they're happy being at the beginning. And like I said, this person is relationship minded, but they're fun and they're sexual and they're cheeky and they're witty. And they're distance minded. Like they're committed minded. They're committed to going the distance. But with that kind of mindset, they know that you'll never be at the beginning again. So this is a person who kind of every stage of life that you're in with them, they know that you'll never be there again, whatever season of life you're in, you know? And so this is very much a person who just appreciates being in the moment with you because they know that you'll never be in that particular moment again. And they just appreciate the opportunity to show up is what I'm getting. Fully to the beginning, fully to the middle, and fully to the end. This is a very relationship-minded person. They actually like people. Oh my gosh, this reminded me of Hitch. Because, you know, he's good with dating and stuff. And remember when he says to Vance Munson, the absolute peg? Because this person kind of thinks that's the way it's going to go with you. You're either going to be like a Hitch who's grown and evolved, and that's why you express the way that you do, or like that Vance Munson who's just trying to get whatever he wants. Like it could go either way. And I don't even know that this necessarily has something to do with you. It could just be like the beginning stages. Like, is it going to be everything or nothing? You know, that Taylor Swift song, like, was the high worth the pain kind of thing. But Hitch says to Vance Munson, he's like, no, my clients actually like women. Yeah, they like women. Vance Munson was a pig and I refused to work with him. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting is like, it's just this is just somebody who's in the moment, like fully and in a good, healthy way. And they're just excited to make memories with you and to one step in front of the other. Like this is nice. This is also a person, I think they see you as, this person has to kind of beat them off with a stick, I think. Like they have people who want them and they know it. And that's, you know, yeah, that's why they're in this Queen of Swords kind of energy. I also think this person's really good at communicating. This person's very skillful, could be small. I'm kind of picturing one small, one big. They're very protective, like of their home and of their family. And this is just a person prepared to show up to life. Like, I don't know what to say other than that. And they just like being with you. Like they're currently at this stage where they like being with you. They're attracted to you in all the ways that you like are kind of attracted to a person when you have like that crushy kind of energy. They really like your mouth, and it could be the things that you say. If you throw it back at this person, they like that. Yeah. I'm so, like, there's a lot of attraction. I don't know. I think you feel it too. There's a lot of mirroring going on in this pile. I don't know what else. I feel like this is kind of how this person's feeling. I don't know what else to do. Like, we're just here in this, like, current moment. Are they self-absorbed? Let me... Mystery. I'm not getting anything. Like, okay, I kind of think it could go either way with this pile. I don't think this is very developed. I think some of these people are going to be self-absorbed and some of these people are not going to be self-absorbed. I even think within this dyad here, somebody could be self-absorbed and somebody might not be self-absorbed. But it's still like they still like the same things, whether you're self-absorbed or whether you're not. So that the reading isn't actually distinguishing between those two, because literally we have the mystery card and we have the crossroads card. And literally, I think that's what I was describing, is that this person is what they find that exciting, that you're at this crossroads, that you're a mystery to them. They like getting to know you. And this person is healthy with their investment, that they, if you turn out to be self-absorbed or if you turn out to be a snake here, the signs and synchronicities start to send them anxiety, because they feel like you're going to reconcile with a third party, or that there is a third party, and it will bring out fears here. They'll think that you have a hidden motive, but they're just excited to kind of like get to know the truth and then eventually get to their relationship. Because this is a person who knows that they're going to have happy relationships, kind of a thing. Yeah. Yeah, there's two distinct people in this pile. I agree. There's two distinct people in this pile. One goes a self-absorbed way and the other is thoughtful and planned and is coming through it. Like this, somebody here is like genuinely everything. Like they're a good person, but they're sexy and they're funny and they're witty and they're charming, but they are going to commit to you. And life will be fun and life will be an adventure. This is a person you can do that with. You can really have everything with this person. And then there's somebody else here who might just kind of be obsessed with the fact that they get attention at all, and it really consumes them, and they're very preoccupied with it, and they kind of pump their ego up with it. Like it could either go either way, because you're at the beginning. And part of what this person likes about you is the mystery, you know? That's, yeah, they like what they've seen so far, but they also know that it's just what they've seen so far. Like, yeah, Ace of Wands here. And she's pregnant in this Ace of Wands. So again, it's like they could go all the way and you could have a new beginning. And then there's also the two people in the fire behind them, which reminds me of like traditional marriage vows of like two becoming one. Like, okay, the people that we were are gone and now we're kind of starting this new life together. Like this person, even if it's not marriage, even if it's like you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, we're moving in together, whatever stage you're at with this person, it's like they're excited to like potentially take that next step. But also if it doesn't happen, this is a person who's going to be okay. Yeah, because this is also a person who knows that like the proof is in the pudding and the truth is in the routines. They just don't know if you're all about the beginning parts of a relationship. Like some people are just kind of adrenaline junkies and they think that they love or like love relationships, but they actually have no experience in sustaining a genuine relationship. They think that they're one way in a relationship, but it's only because they have never really progressed relationships healthily to like next stages. That's what this person just wonders, you know? I also think this person's on some kind of upswing, but they've done that through being alone. Yeah. I'm telling you, this person had something shitty going on in their past that was like binding them. It was toxic, and it could be with a romantic relationship. So I'm telling you that because if you know this person was with somebody in the past, that person was toxic and they are very glad to be free. This is not a person who's going back to their ex, okay? Because there's something here where it's saying this person has changed their fortune around for the better by being independent, by being in hermit mode, by doing some kind of soul searching, by not running from the truth of themselves or their life or who it is that they were with. Their partner could have cheated on them in the past, but also this could be a parent or this could be some kind of job situation. They recognize that something here wasn't working and they moved away from it. This person has proven to themselves that they can do that. So they're free to love you in an open kind of way. Yeah. And they do have these like romantic thoughts. They daydream about you. They do the whole thing. They fantasize about like what this could be. But they know that they can't win in a relationship where there's secrets and control, the scorpionic things like betrayal, secrets, control. They know that they can't win in that kind of a dynamic because this person wants the Two of Cups. I can't show you these cards because people are nude in them. But yeah. This is a person who wants success. And this is also a person who will take their lickings in order to get success. So if somebody betrays them or hurts them, they're like, only once, you know, or like they'll fully grieve it and move on so that they can get to a relationship where they're loved and respected and somebody's healthy with them. Like, yeah, so it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. They feel happy when they're around you. They feel sunny. They feel joyful. They feel romantic. They think you're attractive. They think you have a chemistry together, and they're excited to see where that goes, or where it doesn't go. I feel like that's an unsatisfactory answer, but I feel like this person's healthily situated in their own energy. Luna, you have anything you want to say? Light of love, thank you so much for the super chat. Maybe it's you. May good come to us, just that I can't think of who I'm thinking of that healthy. But maybe that's you in the relationship. Maybe you're the healthy one. They seem to need you to advocate for their reformation. Luna has all the tea. Yeah. Don't you, girl? This is the one where I would say this might combine with either piles 1 or 2. And then that's going to give you a depth of flavor that maybe you're wanting. Because this really is just that. So if it's with pile number 2, it could go one way for you. And then if it's paired with pile number 1, it could go another way. You know what I mean? And maybe those are the 2 people that we're dealing with for some of you. And this is talking about, we have those 2 people at the beginning of this relationship. I don't know. Cat party in the community chat on Patreon. Full moon in Scorpio up next week. Gearing for some change. Yeah. I just feel like this person's really attracted to you. And I feel like if we go, it just could go any direction. Wait for a sign. Literally all of this feels like you're at the beginning. Wait for a sign. This, yeah, like somebody, wait for a sign. Ha. Okay, I think, yeah. There's a lot of energies trying to come through this pile. Okay, so now somebody's yelling at me through this. Oh, but I'm starting to get that bad, nasty feeling that I usually do when somebody's trying to come in here. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that there. Pile 3. General message.
That's what she was getting on about. She was giving us a heads
up. She was giving us a heads up. Oh, thank you, girl.
We don't pay enough attention.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Somebody's literally trying to start some kind of psychic fight with me. Love is a verb. April showers bring May flowers. That came out in the Patreon reading. Okay, I'm just taking a little minute here. Okay, I just want to say, if you're this person sending me this negative energy and you want to have a fight with me and you're saying things like, I don't know how you feel for me and all this stuff, like, obviously I don't feel very great about you. Like, I don't understand, like, you're causing me pain. Like, or you're trying to, at least. I just don't get it. Like, what's confusing about that? You're treating somebody poorly, and then you're saying, I don't understand how you feel about me. I don't think you should be looking at me. I think you should be looking at you. Because also, maybe I could feel differently about you if you behaved in a different manner. Okay. Sending a bubble of light. Sounds like the ex. I've been with the same man for 13 years. If any of my exes are still holding on to me, they... This one is me. Are you reading what we all like about ourselves? Sending support. Thanks, guys. Oh, send me some light bubbles. Yes! I literally started feeling that. Okay. All right, Spirit. The general message. What general messages do you have for the peoples? Okay, Spirit, aside from all the questions that we are asking for our highest and greatest good, for the highest and greatest good of those around us, for the highest and greatest good of all beings in the universe and beyond, what do you want to talk to us about? What do you want to bring up, Spirit? For the highest and greatest good of all beings, what do you want to bring up for us to know, to hear, to think about? Oh, coming together, darkest fears. We're coming together to face our darkest fears? Aw, that's sweet. Or like there's some kind of strength here in togetherness. Love. Okay, and I'm hearing from Frozen where she's like, love thaws. You know? Oh, love. Okay, so you could like you could have some kind of like gift, or like you're trying to kind of figure yourself out here, and you've been confronting your darkest fears, right? This is like shadow work that we talk about doing a lot of, but it's really hard to do shadow work. It can be very frightening and very scary, but it's easier when we do it together. And like when we have love here, release. Yeah, and like just releasing this energy. Callie, thank you so much for the super chat. Lip Gloss Squad unite. Yes. Oh, that reminds me. And I feel like this ties into this reading because the other day I was on this website and I was just looking up all the different kinds of witches, because there's like lots of different kinds of witches. And it was really funny because it was like, okay, there's a hedge witch, garden witch, kitchen witch. And I was like, I kind of aspired to be all these things, divination witch. And I was like, at what point are you just describing like a well-rounded person, you know? And I think that some of you, it's like you're getting certain things online, but you're becoming like very well-rounded. And I feel like you're releasing certain things. Oh, as you release, it's opening your third eye. Okay, so Spirit is wanting you to know that there's a direct correlation here, but your fears are gunking up your third eye in some way, or your ability to see clearly and to connect with your intuition, right? And I feel like we know that because this comes out a lot in the readings, I think, like here on this channel, because when we are afraid of something and we stuff something into that shadow, then the ego becomes this defense mechanism where it tries to protect, right? And the ego tries to protect in a neutral way. It tries to protect us against outsiders, you know, like in the things that outsiders might say or do to us, but it also tries to protect our own image of ourselves so that we don't crumble from the inside out. And so when you're doing the shadow work, that's why it's so important to come together and to have support and to show love and to like, to say like, look, none of us are perfect. And we all know that. So when we're looking at our shadows, all of us individually, but like we're all doing this together, just, we all know that it's something difficult to do. And it's hard to admit like where we fall short or why we're the way that we are sometimes. But just know that doing that it clouds our view, and that's why life becomes difficult. That's what I'm hearing. That's why life becomes difficult, because then the ego defense mechanisms have to be kind of up and running, and we're kind of defending ourselves from the truth of certain situations sometimes, or the truth of how another person might view us sometimes. And that's what causes confusion. And then when we're confused about what the truth is, like of ourselves, of another person, or of a situation, that's where we start making navigation mistakes in like the decisions that we're making. So Spirit's saying, look, we're trying to clear your third eye. Like you're being heavily assisted in clearing your third eye, but just know that like you have to kind of clear out like that shadow. I think you're actually pretty far along, but don't forget to have that support in your life. And like, yeah, the ultimate goal is like releasing and then new vitality. So Spirit is saying, look, I feel like you're on the tail end of doing this. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know, I'm a tarot reader, yes, but I do feel like I am a reader that kind of does focus more on like those shadow things, like the undercurrent, because I feel like that's the place of power. That's where if we can understand the undercurrents that move through our lives, that's where we can actually make change, transformation, right? Pluto, the undercurrent, change, transformation, that's where the power is. That's where the magic really is. So in doing that, we're making this transformation here, and you're going to receive some kind of new vitality, a new song. I feel like your life is going to look totally different. And I also think this ties in with the age of Aquarius, because I know like Vedic thought, Vedic astrology is Krishna, the gods, you know, one of the main gods in the Godhead. Like for a lot of people, he is like the main god in the Godhead. But he plays a flute. And they say that like the transition of like the ages is he plays a different song. And then life kind of rearranges itself, and it kind of expresses itself a different way in the new zodiacal ages. And I feel like we're moving into Aquarius, we're out of the Kali Yuga, and we are learning how to play some kind of a new song. So you've been prepared for this is what I'm getting. And we're all coming together and we're to share in this. And it's requiring us to be kind of made new from the inside out. And I just feel like Spirit's also giving you your props and your kudos because you have been doing this. Daydreams and decisions. Yeah, so you might have some decisions that need to be made. Oh, and then like refusing to see. And then he's bowed here. And again, like there's something, I'm calcified, or there's something here over your third eye. So maybe something here in the past that happened was just because you were refusing to see something, or somebody was refusing to see something about you. Clarity of belief. Yeah, so like you're clearing that through. Somebody here could have been like holding on to some kind of belief that was preventing them from being able to manifest the life that they want. So this is all very pragmatic, is what Spirit is saying. This is all very necessary for you to take the lead in your own life, is what I'm getting, and to trust yourself, because it's coming from within. It's true. Okay, so I'm also hearing like it's true what people say, that you need, like it should come from within you. And I'm hearing that Angel Hayes song where she says, tell them who they should follow, nobody but themselves, especially if they hollow. Right? If you're hollow, like you, it's really dangerous to be following people outside of yourself, because when you're feeling hollow, all of your systems are not online to where you can really assess if somebody's like leading you up the garden path, or if they're, you know, trying to lead you astray for some kind of like personal reason, right? And so like for you to take the lead in your own life, it's like, yes, like it has to come from within, but you have to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's coming from within, you have to know what you are. You have to be able to kind of like distinguish your intuition from your fears and suss out the different voices of, this is an ego defense mechanism, and this is actually coming from like my intuition, right? And that's the path that you're on. And that's what they're trying to help you do. Believe. And you, that's when all this manifestation stuff that you hear people talking about actually does click in and make sense, where you can believe and succeed and find balance and be able to manifest. Because I say this a lot of times, actually Westerners are very much told by Easterners, don't manifest. Don't try to manifest, because you have to have this support system around you, this like contextual body of knowledge around you. And when you're living a certain way, right? Yoga, for instance, like mindfulness, meditation, like all of that kind of folds in with manifestation. So you're clearing out the gunk in like your chakras. You're clearing out your auric energy field so that you're not manifesting from that like gunky place. And we like to think in the West that everything that's inside of us we know about. Not everything is conscious or known to your conscious mind, especially when you have to lie to yourself to try to maintain a certain image or something like that. So that's kind of like part of the spiritual journey. Some of you, maybe you're wondering about manifestation, why sometimes it works or why sometimes it doesn't, or why you manifested like a half something, like, okay, well, I was asking for this and I did get that part of it, but then this other part of it came in and it was really warped. Well, that's probably because there's something here that you didn't see, or there's something in your field, or like something that you don't quite like know of. They're saying change your focus here, ask a different question. And the question is about effort, dedicated effort to listen, Beyonce, to the song here in my heart. A melody I start but can't complete. Yeah, it's like starting but not finishing. They're trying to teach about the base chakra. Opportunity beckons. And this to me just goes, like, we can talk chakras all day long, but I think for some of us, especially that grew up in the West, that might be a little bit out of reach. But think about Maslow's pyramid, right? Like we can understand that, like your safety security needs. So for some of you, it's like focusing on your safety security needs is paramount. You have to get that kind of under you so that when you manifest, you're manifesting from like a different place. If you're not feeling secure in yourself when you try to manifest your dreams, it's going to mix, I get it, it's going to mix in that sense of insecurity. So change your focus. Your focus should be on some kind of dedicated effort to building like your security in the world, like your base security. Not on your dreams yet, not on anything, but just because some of you, I'm hearing like if a culture is healthy, then the culture and the family will provide the child a sense of safety and stability and security. It's not a frivolous thing. It's important for the child to succeed like later on in life, not just by the habits and stuff that they're learning, but because it clears up their energy field so that they can go after their dreams. They don't have to, as an adult, build the foundation. Unfortunately, I think for a lot of you, you did not have a family and a culture that supported you that way. So I think you yourself have had to build this base chakra. They don't want you to feel a victim of that. They want you, I'm hearing karma. Think about karma. Think about learning lessons. You get to consciously, as an adult that knows what's going on with a fully functioning brain, understand how to build this base chakra, and that's a part of your success somehow. Maybe some of you are going to teach people how to do that, or you're going to become a living example. You're going to know the way or something like that. But it takes some kind of like dedicated effort. some of you signed up to do this before you came in, because the culture is unhealthy is what I'm getting. It's like, we can talk about the family all day long, but then like the culture is unhealthy. So there's a lot of people going through similar problems and needing help to find the way. And I think you're a person who can find the way and then speak about it. Like, you can actually help to, like give real grounded, some kind of like pragmatic view on why something is not, like combining like some kind of technician, but also a spiritual understanding. Like, you can speak on it because you've done it and take the lead. Yeah. This is leading you to some kind of leadership here. Seek solar. There's so many chakras. So seek your own like confidence here, being balanced. And all of this is helping you to rebuild your heart space. And all this is kind of going on simultaneously, but they kind of need you to focus on your root chakra, your security, feeling safe in the world, whatever that means to you. Because for some of you, it's like financially or location or something, but focusing on that is going to yield you much greater results in your spiritual practice and in manifesting than even doing like visualization exercises, because it's the fear is going to manifest with it. Does that make sense? Trust. And that's when you can trust. So they're wanting to call out here the disembodiment of spiritual teachings by people who don't actually understand what they're talking about and people who have not actually lived what they're talking about. So this would be, I'm not trying to throw shade, okay, but this could be somebody who is like trying to teach you how to manifest a certain like partner or something, but then they have not been successful in that endeavor. And I'm not saying like, oh, they're single. I'm talking about somebody who maybe has been in very volatile, very unhealthy relationships, but then doesn't kind of understand that. And, is not able to look at that like objectively or like get the support that they need or something like that. Or like people, basically what I'm trying to say is like people who tell you to trust, but they're kind of saying to trust blindly. They're like, oh yeah, just trust. But it's stupid and it's childish to trust under certain conditions in certain circumstances. Your fear is actually telling you something. And that's my little Luna cat. She's the moon, saying like, yes, like pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to your feelings, all of that. And choose your battles here. And strengthening bonds is also something that can help you to trust because you have like a healthy like community around you or something like that. And they're saying that there's something different between trust and releasing control. Releasing the need for control. There's some kind of, they want you to think about that. Postulate about that. There's a difference between trust and releasing the need to control. Okay, they're saying that the rhetoric in the I think some of you have been asking questions about manifestation and like why it's not working or how it works, or I followed this advice but then something didn't work, like I don't understand manifestation or something. And so they're clarifying, they're saying there's a difference between trust and releasing the need to control. They're two different things. Trust is like very open. Releasing the need to control, you're still a little more kind of held back. I don't know. That's just what it feels like to me. Observe. They're saying like they just want you to observe this within yourself over the course of time, that there is a difference. There's a feeling difference of trusting and releasing the need to control.
And releasing the need to control is letting go, and trusting is opening up.
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't know if you guys heard that, but releasing the need to control is what?
Letting go.
Letting go. And trust is opening up. You're actually like opening yourself up. They don't want you to necessarily that's what it is. They don't want you opening up to like nefarious things or like putting yourself into a position where you kind of feel unsafe, but you're like, well, I don't know. I guess I should trust. Like they're saying, no, it's appropriate to not open yourself up to all people in all like circumstances. And they don't want you to be in a mental position where you're like, if I don't open up, I might miss out on this opportunity. Trust, that's different. You maybe haven't built up. Yeah, adults build trust with people. So it's like if you're in a new environment or something, like it's stupid kind of like on some level to just like open up, but releasing the need to control. That puts you so much more in your seat of power. I get, this is helping me. It puts you so much more like in your seat of power. And you're not a dog on a leash, like trying to chase like an opportunity or something, because you disempower yourself that way. That's not what they're asking you to do. That's not what they're asking you to do.
Also, both the right to actually control something and to be trusted both have to be earned. So the letting go, the releasing the need to control, and that kind of neutral state is more of a kind of a center point balance, and the right and the authority to engage in a control of something has to be earned, just like the right to be trusted has to be earned. So it just kind of flows from that center balance point.
Yes. Perfect. And they're saying, trust, like, we're trying to lead you to joy and stability. And mastering the heart space. But notice he's like, got it like behind lock and key, but it's still very healthy behind there. So you're mastering the heart space so that you can blossom. This is great. Success and growth. Okay, so you have success. I just got goosebumps. You have success and growth in your future. Okay, you don't need to manifest it in the way that these people are kind of talking about, like visualize it and just open yourself up. Focus on your root chakra. You have to kind of, this is the masculine side of things, like showing up, doing something. Focusing on that root chakra is actually giving you a firm foundation to which you can healthily visualize, and it's not going to have that some kind of tinge of like insecurity manifest alongside it. So there's something that you can do. Some of you are like, what can I do? Focus on the root chakra, focus on building up that security and making yourself feel comfortable and feel secure and feel safe. And that is not opening up to people who have not earned your trust, like Alex was saying, and who have not earned the right to lead or have not, right? That's different. That's different. It's not mindless. They're saying it's not mindless. It's not, you're still very much engaged. Yeah, they're showing me kind of like an avatar where they mind meld with their, whatever creature they're with. There's a water one now and there's an earth one now, but they do the little mind meld thing. They're showing me that like, but with a horse, but it's you. Like the horse is like your animal nature, your lower part. K2, and that's where you manifest from. Okay? And then they're just showing like, you're still maintaining the reins. You're still directing that. You're not just like, well, bring me to where I want to go. Like you're still directing the horse. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not just it's not a complete relinquishing. And they're saying that part of that complete relinquishing might come from the fact that you're feeling insecure. So, okay. Okay. That's all I have. Horse or snake. Yeah, either one. Yeah. Yeah. Just told the story of my relationship. I'm definitely learning to value myself. So I actually thank him for hurting me. Yeah. The 0 point of neutrality, exactly. Exactly. Oh, yeah, K2 looks like the snake, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the coiled snake. Oh, yeah, okay, so maybe that's what they were saying with K2. The coiled snake at the base of the spine, right? That's that latent kundalini energy. That the spiritual, okay, so focus on the root. Oh, that's what they're saying. And that's going to stimulate. Okay, so some of you are on some kind of precipice here. Oh, I need you to engage there. I'm just hearing that. I need you to engage with your root chakra in a healthy way. And if you need to look up how to do that, because you're ready. There's something here. It's like stimulating that. And that's what actually gets there is no manifestation without this stimulation of this, without knowing how to engage that root chakra, the snake in the root chakra. That's what puts everything into motion. But it has to not be agitated is what I'm hearing. And they don't want the snake to have to like fight things to like get up. I don't know. I feel like we're all supposed to think about this because they're just giving me things to sort of chew on and think about, that whenever you're hearing, and we always have, I'm Western. I know a lot of you are from India and you are from these cultures that you have better access to this. Even just like around you culturally, you've been kind of brought up in this way. But as a Westerner, I always have to remind myself that I'm a Western person and I'm getting goosebumps. I'm a Western mind and I'm learning about these Eastern concepts, and there's that contextual support that's really not there for me. And so sometimes the things that I think make sense to me actually don't. And it's in an experiential way, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's something about manifestation that we all don't get and we all don't understand, but it's because we're coming from a Western perspective. You have to sing the snake to wake up, not force it, which is what the Westerners do when they force Kundalini yoga. That makes sense because Westerners think that we can force everything, or there's just a technique. And if I can master the technique, then I can do it right. But it is more of a coaxing. Is that right? It's more of a coaxing. It's more of a creating of an environment. Oh, I think that's what they're trying to say. It's more of a creating of an environment. And that's why like building your own security. I'm just hearing like yes. It's more of a creating of the environment. Oh, and you know how like we even say this in the West where it's like the body is the temple. Like it is, you create the body for the temple so that the spirit can inhabit this, right? Like Jesus, the spirit of Jesus, the spirit of God, right? But because the soul lives in here for a while. So you try to like kind of create your temple. So I feel like you're just being encouraged to cultivate the environment and the rest will happen or something like that. It's an anti-clockwise movement to uncoil it. Noir, if you wanted to, don't feel like you have to, but like, I don't know, if you wanted to like type up something, or maybe I can share it on Patreon, or if you had a video, and I feel like you're giving really good advice. I can just like feel like you know what you're talking about. Yeah, letting go of the outcomes. That's another thing. Western culture is very outcomes driven. And a lot of Western, like, I don't know, at least the ones that I watch or that have come across like my feed about manifestation, it usually is from a Western perspective. And Westerners are very, very focused on outcome. But I feel like they're telling you to focus on the start of it, focus at the base of it, focus on the ignition, focus on the context. There's a certain, okay, like I'm just seeing a plant and it's like, there are certain conditions that each of the plants need to grow. So if I'm trying to grow a particular kind of flower, I'm not going to think daisy, like, you know, I'm going to make sure that the daisy is in the right kind of soil and the right kind of sun, getting watered the right kind of amount. I'm going to focus on the seed of like the daisy and what it needs. And then it will naturally grow into a daisy, you know, something like that. Yeah. I can share something on Patreon. Would you like me to share more personally? I would love that. I just don't want you to feel like, okay, I'm never sharing in the chat again because now I just got assigned homework, or like, you know, like I just don't want you to feel like that. But if you feel comfortable like sharing certain things, I'm definitely curious to know. Trees grow two ways. The roots resemble the branches. Oh my gosh, yes. The roots resemble the branches, and without the roots and the base being strong, the tree can't grow up to be strong too. Yes. The expression, because we I don't know. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is like clicking a lot in for me right now. Okay, cool. No, I learned a lot hearing from you and Alex. Okay, cool. Cool. Nice. All right. Well. Oh my gosh, I was looking up pelvic floor releases before this. You know, I followed this pelvic lady. She's she's a doctor. She talks about like the pelvic region. Also, I follow this other guy. What? I follow this other guy and I can't remember what he practices, but it's like PNC or like, I don't know. It's this particular approach. Elena, thank you so much for the super chat. And he talks about like the crazy interconnectedness of the body. And he actually has this one video where he was talking about his jaw, and his jaw was off kilter and there's something wrong with his jaw. But the issue didn't arise in the jaw. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is what they're trying to say. You think you have a problem because you think you have a jaw problem, but his jaw problem was a pelvic problem. Somehow, some way, because of the interconnectedness of the human body, and he explains it in that video. He knows what he's talking about. I do not. But it was a pelvic thing. I'm just hearing a lot comes back to the pelvis. You have no idea. Yes. I'm literally, okay, and it's something about understanding symptoms versus like root cause, and like something that you might think, but this feels like in your life. It's not there. Okay, so like for instance, addiction, right? Take addiction. Well, okay, I struggle to drink. Let's say I struggle with alcohol. And I think, okay, well, I just need to stop struggling with alcohol. I just need to stop having a drink. Well, the root cause is psychological, okay? Because addiction is always a coping issue. It's always a coping issue. So what am I trying to cope with? And this is why like 12-step programs, like a lot of them, you can kind of share, and it's Alcoholics Anonymous, right? Because you're supposed to be kind of keeping everything, but also you apologize to people, you make the amends, because running from the guilt and the shame of the things that you did when you were, you know, drunk, or even before you started drinking and why you started drinking in the first place, that fuels the addiction, because it's a way of, I want to get numb and forget where I'm from. Like it's yeah. So there's something here about like the root cause of something is not where you think it is. It's not what you're looking at. Oh, and then so then they're also talking about magic tricks. You know, you never look where they want you to look. That's the key to a magic trick, to figuring out what's actually going on. So if I'm like, ooh, and like I want you to look here, I did something over here, right? So for some of you, there could be active, I don't know. There could be, it's like throwing you. Something's like a distraction and something's the actual root cause. Something's a distraction, something's the root cause. My emotional pain often shows up in my pelvis. It's called an AIC pattern if you all want to search it. I do want to search it. I'm going to search this up. As someone with job problems, I really need to know who this guy is. I'm going to try to find him. Okay, I follow him, but yeah. And you know what else is crazy? It's because like I've had like problems with my lower back and I've gone to multiple chiropractors about it. Still like, you know, had issues and everything. And it wasn't until I started just looking up people on YouTube. And I think it's different because in America, we don't have the same kind of healthcare system. People make that monies off the healthcare. So it is hard to trust doctors. So, you know, I'm always going back in and I'm always paying. But all of a sudden it's like there's these doctors that are located in other countries and they're telling me about these exercises, very simple exercises and movements that I can do on a daily basis. And that ended up helping me. I learned all about fascia. I also learned about sugar and like inflammation and stuff. It's like that education piece. I don't know. I felt it lacking in my own care, and I'm suspicious that had to do with money. Darn it. I wish open time for the general messages. I developed a kidney infection, feeling an urgency towards some of these trifling energies. As above. Yeah. Okay, this is lovely. Not me breaking my pelvis 7 years ago. Oh my gosh. Have the tough conversations. Yes. Oh, exactly. Okay, Nico. Yeah, I've been watching this too. You put more weight on one hip, which raises it, twists. Yes. And then, yes. Exactly. Okay. So I feel like this just blew my mind. I have a lot that I'm going to look up, but this has given me a lot to think about. Thank you guys for being my people. Thanks for showing up. I'm glad that we could spend another Friday together. I hope that you have an excellent week. We have a Patreon video coming out tomorrow, and then no Patreon video, and then we're going to do the spicy love messages over on the Patreon. And yeah. And just as a reminder, this is the last month that all the candles are on sale at the same time. And we have an extra sale on any of the candles in the black vessels because those are going to be going away. And I just want to put that out there. Most of them. Oh, yeah, because Protect is going to still remain in the black vessel. But it's also like majorly discounted now. So if you want it, now's a good time to get it. Okay, there's only 2 Protects left. So if you want to Protect, then go get it now. But we will be restocking and replenishing those. Just that one. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Bye, guys.